Yup, it's that time of year again, friends. And in today's episode, I'll be checking out a bunch of vintage guitars of yesteryear at the 2025 Orlando Guitar Show. I'll definitely be looking at a lot of arch tops, but I'll also be checking out semi-hollow body guitars and solid body guitars. And also, there was a slew of vintage guitar amps to be seen, and I had so much fun checking all this stuff out. And in this video, friends, I tried to do my best to film as much old school guitar goodness as I could. And we're talking guitars from the 1930s all the way up to the 1960s. But I gotta admit to you, at times I did get a little bit distracted. And that's because one of the coolest things about coming to a show like this is getting a chance to talk to a bunch of like-minded people who love guitars just as much as I do. And that's one of my favorite parts of these shows. Let's begin with my coverage of the 2025 Orlando International Guitar and Music Expo. Good morning, friends, from my hotel room in Orlando, Florida. And after I finish this hot cup of Java and get something to eat, we're gonna head out to the Orlando International Guitar Festival. This hotel has a robot. Good morning, I'm a delivery robot, but that's not all I can do. How about a joke? What was the robot's favorite nursery rhyme? Tell me. Row, row, row your bot gently down the stream. Alright gang, I've arrived at the show. It's a pretty good crowd here for Saturday. It's expected. It's about noontime right now. And let's start checking out some guitars. And we're starting off with a bang here. We've got a 1957 Fender Stratocaster in sunburst finish. They're asking $45,000. I just love the look of a sunburst Stratocaster. Simply beautiful. Here we've got a 1949 Epiphone Zephyr Deluxe, and it comes with the original hard case. And they're asking $1,950. I really dig that Tree of Life inlay on the headstock, and the mother of pearl cloud fretboard inlays are pretty neat as well. Right here we have a Chicago-built Harmony H63 Espinada from the early 1960s, and the asking price is $2,459. It features the rare Harmo metal aluminum binding. It's got Gibson-made P13 pickups, which are my favorite pickups. It's got cupcake-style knobs and a harp tailpiece that I really like a lot. We've got a great guitar here. Now at this year's show, there was a lot of nice Gretsches to see, definitely more than last year. And right here is a very nice looking Gretsch double anniversary from 1966. And they're asking $2,495 for it. Do you notice a replacement bridge there? I believe they came with the space control bridges during that time. And here's a 1959 Gretsch Country Gentleman, and it can be yours for just 10 grand. And the guitar is equipped with two Ray Butts designed Filtertron pickups. And as you can see, it's got the painted F-holes on it. Now Gretsch had produced these guitars as a single cutaway from 1958 through 1961. And right here is one of my favorite Gretsches that I saw at the show. This is a 1957 Gretsch 6190 Streamliner, and the price they're asking is $3,500. This guitar comes with a single de-arming pickup, a Synchrosonic bridge, and I'm a big fan of those tailpieces from that era. This is such a beautiful instrument right here. I love it. Here's a killer guitar. It's a Gibson ES300 from 1946. And the asking price is $2,500, or better offer. Now this guitar comes with a single P90 in the neck position, and here's a fun fact. This particular model was the guitar that Danny Cedrone played on Bill Haley's Rock Around the Clock. So one could say that this guitar model was the guitar that started rock and roll. Alright, let's look at some really cool Mosrite guitars. This is a 1965 Ventures model in candy apple red, and the price tag says it's $2,700. The tag also says it's a refin with original parts. And here's another Mosrite. This is a 1966 Ventures model in Sunburst. And if you're wanting to channel in your inner Noki Edwards, this would be a great guitar to do it. So cool. Love these guitars. 1985 Guitar World, Brian Setzer. Do you like Fender Tweed Champs? Well, here's one from 1957, and it's selling for $3,200. And here is a 1954 Fender Pro, and it's going for $4,000. Here's a very clean and lovely guitar. This is a 1963 Guild Capri, and the selling price is $2,750. This is a 1954 Gibson Gibsonette amp. These little amps pack a punch, and they also sound great. Alright, let's look at some Fenders. Here's a 61 Jazzmaster selling for $20,000. And here's a 1962 Jazzmaster going for $9,350. Here we've got a 1948 Gibson ES-125 selling for $2,995. And here's a real thing of beauty right here. It's a 1956 Gretsch 6120. It's got DeArmond pickups, and it's selling for a whopping $15,000. And in '56, they started getting rid of some of those Western appointments. And it would also now feature the swivel arm Bigsby instead of the fixed arm. Now this 56 is interesting to me because 56s usually still have the G branding on the guitar, and this one doesn't. And usually it's the 57 Gretches that wear this amber red finish, but maybe this one was made very close to 57. Either way, it's a beautiful guitar. And here we've got a K Jimmy Reed Thin Twin for $1,695. Let's look at some Gibson Melody Makers. These are really cool guitars. This 3/4 size guitar here is a 59, which is the year they debuted, and they're asking for $1,350. And here's another one, and this one is selling for $4,450. Now these guitars were Gibson's student beginner budget guitar alternative to the Les Paul back in the day. This is really cool. It's a 1938 Recording King M5 selling for $1,375. These guitars were made by Gibson and were sold through the Montgomery Ward stores. And I just gotta mention, the checkerboard binding on this guitar is really unique and awesome. Here's a Vega C76 archtop from 1940, and they're asking $1,475 for it. And if my memory serves me correct, I believe these guitars were made in Boston. And here's a real piece of artwork right here. It's a real oldie from Kalamazoo, Michigan. This is a Gibson L5 from 1927. Friends, here's a 1955 Harmony H62 in very good condition, and it's selling for $2,200. These guitars are not to be underestimated, and it's actually one of my favorite guitar models. This is a 1965 Fender Bandmaster, and it's for sale for $1,500. And here is a 1966 Vibrolux Reverb selling for $3,800. Here we go, this is cool. This is a 57 Fender Pro for $4,000. And they say it was once owned by Tom Brumley, who played steel guitar with Buck Owens and the Buckaroos, so that's pretty cool. Here is a very elegant and very clean 1959 Gretsch Country Club sporting a elegant blonde spruce top, and for $6,000, it's yours. Here's a looker. We've got a 1959 Gibson ES 330 with Bixby for $14,000. And friends, would this Cadillac green duo jet be so cool to own or what? It's a 1957 and it's going for $14,500. Here's a very classy guitar from the Gretsch Baldwin era. This is a 1972 Super Chet and it's got a bunch of exquisite appointments on it. Such a gorgeous guitar, I had to share this with y'all. Yup, you guessed it, we've got more Gretsches to see. This is a nice looking double anniversary from '68 and they would like $2,800 for it. Well gang, I'm going to be signing out. I hope you enjoyed the video of the Orlando International Guitar Show. It was a lot of fun today, it was awesome. And right now, I think we're gonna get some dinner. I'm here in Celebration, Florida. This was a town that Walt Disney developed years ago. And since we're on an ex-Disney property, I'd like to leave you with some inspiring words by Walt himself. All of your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. And with that, friends, I'm gonna say goodbye to you. Much love to you all, stay safe, and I'll see you soon in another guitar video. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye.